Before we get into this, can we just appreciate this meme I just made? It's time to go. Was I a stable game? No. Not even after 6 years. Literally, like, not even close.
Today we're going to be going over some of the reason ARK is a dying and maybe already dead game. These range over a wide variety of topics, some of which you may agree with and others you might not, which is completely fine. The first thing I want to talk about is poor in-game support. It doesn't take anything more than a quick YouTube search to find that the best and easiest ways to cheat in this game are readily available, and they keep repeating themselves. From meshing to aimbotting, YouTube has it all. Now, that only becomes an issue because there's almost no dev support to deal with these cheaters. This is evidenced by plenty of videos of big YouTubers showing people hacking, and only on rare occasion do devs step in. This guy alone has over 10 videos and 300,000 views on aimbotting. So if the devs only see what big people are showing all the time, what do you think the little guy has to deal with? The next thing I want to talk about is lack of effort. A huge example of this is Genesis Part 2. Yeah, so they put a bunch of effort into the story, but no one is going to care about a story if the gameplay is trash. You can see I was able to make a plethora of videos over huge holes in the mesh on Genesis 2. Some of these were blatant lacks of effort. On top of it, I don't know that we've ever had a DLC released on time, and even after being delayed, still has hundreds of bugs. In a regular game you can expect a few bugs, but not as many as any ARK DLC alone. Another expression of lack of effort is things like this. Really? A canoe minigame? This is ARK Survival, not ARK Robo Simulator. So the next thing we're going to talk about is official servers. These servers never wipe, which allows big tribes who got on top early to not be contested ever, except by other huge tribes who have been around a long time. This makes starting on official servers almost pointless, especially if the server has a very aggressive alpha. If you want a server that wipes, you have to play ARK, or small tribes, and while that can be fun, the time commitment is still a lot. This makes starting fresh extremely discouraging and pushes away new players, meaning the player base will not be gaining enough to counter the players who are done with ARK and quitting. One of the last things I want to talk about is Genesis 2, which really is just the nail in the coffin. Because of Striders, there's practically no limitations on resource farming. People on official servers have been able to get thousands of element in just a few hours, meaning the struggle for endgame equipment just isn't there. With everyone having a tech suit, there is no difficulty in the early game farming either. Also, for a survival game, having one entire side of the map peaceful is kind of off-putting for me. You should be working to survive, and Genesis 2 just didn't deliver that. Also, again, Canoe Simulator. Some of the missions in Genesis 2 are just kinda dumb. They even just barely patched the Astrodelphus mission so that you can't complete it without moving. It took them 2 whole months. 2 months. Finally, the Genesis maps in general. They are pretty much ARK's pay to win, at least in the PvP setting where most of the player base is. Shadowmains, Bloodstalkers, Astrodelphus, X and R dino buffs, and mutagen leveling are just a few things that really break the balance of the game. With all this said, I need to talk about my channel and what's next. I still plan on posting an ARK video here and there, maybe regularly, and I will definitely post a number of videos when Lost Island comes out. But I will also be posting some other survival games, maybe some Rust, maybe The Forest, I've got some modded Minecraft going, and we'll just have to see where it goes from there. Because ARK won't last forever, and ARK 2, we'll see how that goes. If you agree with me on these topics, or even if you disagree, leave it in the comments, because I would love to have a discussion about a bunch of these things. Maybe you can change my mind, maybe I can change yours, maybe I already did. Either way, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.